Saturday Social is powered by FIFA 22 with PlayStation.
Right, moving on. The Saturday Social props board is out, Joe. So it means we're going to do a little tier list. Of course, the news this week was that Rafa Benitez was sacked at Everton, so we're going to talk about candidates for the Everton job. Do you want to explain how this is going to work?
Absolutely. We've got the tier list back out, of course, A to E. We're going to be asking Dave and Nicole to rank the Everton candidates in the managerial list. So we've gone with the biggest names according to the bookmakers and a few shouts from social media as well thrown in there. A little bit left field, some of the names. But A is obviously the perfect fit for Everton. So
elite.
You do a great job, an elite job at Everton. E, have a bit of a whiff at Everton. Don't think they're the right fit. Doesn't work at all. Very simple. So we'll start with Wayne Rooney.
No particular order these in as well.
No particular order, random order. We're going to start with Wayne Rooney. Dave, where are you sitting on the Rooney train?
I think Rooney's got the potential to be a really good manager. I think he's got a lot of raw materials from watching his Derby team this week. They're aggressive, they defend very well. They've only conceded 24 goals in 26 games in the Championship.
Yeah.
Offensively, might need a little bit of work there. A lot of it goes through Tom Lawrence, you know, whether him playing as a striker off the left or whatever. But I think there's some good stuff there. But it's not right for Everton yet.
No. I think Rooney, it's hard because everyone is obviously going on about the job that he's doing at Derby, which is amazing. Like, what he's been able to do is so impressive. The problem is, I don't think he's proven enough. He's not experienced enough yet. I think it would be a Lampard at Chelsea situation. I think it's too big a job. Because
but Lampard
obviously
did an all right job settling Chelsea.
Yeah.
When they were in a bit of turmoil, he settled them down a little bit.
But I think it was too big for him in the end. I think it would be exactly the same with Rooney. I think it's too big a jump, and Everton is too big a job. What a manager needs to do with that team is massive. And I think obviously he's doing so well at Derby with all the problems that he's faced there, but that's almost a free hit. I think if he comes into the Premier League, it's his chance. It is a big opportunity. I think too big for him right now. I think he could be very good in a couple of years. I think it would be too big a leap for him right now.
OK, so where do you put him? A to E then?
I think it's a tough one, but because of it, it could make sense in the future.
It's not the worst. It's by far not the most left field shout out of some of this lot, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
I think C is quite nice for him. You know, you look at the 21 points that they've got off. They should be 11th in the league without that. They've been unable to sign players. They've literally lost players because they can't sign contracts.
In my opinion, really good. 21-point deduction.
Yeah.
Everything's had to do with off the field as well. The squad that he's got. If you actually watch the way Derby play as well, and the philosophy that he implements, I would have thought he'd been near the sort of B.
I think it's not right yet. It's not right yet. So we're going to put him in mid-table because he could be an A, he could be an E.
Who have you got next?
He's not ready yet.
We've got a man that looks really concerned about his time in Rome. It's Jose Mourinho.
No.
7th in Serie A currently. 111, lost 9. E for you, Dave.
E.
Straight away.
Did you watch Tottenham play at the end? You watched Man United play at the end? I think they look. Jose is Jose. He's going to go down as a legend, one of the greatest managers of all time. I just think the Premier League at the moment is moving so fast in terms of the tactical side of things. I think he's done out here right now.
I'm not disagreeing with you, by the way. My point was just how quickly you put it in.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm still upset from it. Joe, you're still upset as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I have to agree with Dave. I don't think he'd be the right fit for Everton.
No, I agree. I don't think he's the right fit.
Especially with all the turmoil that's going on.
By day, like I think he would make it even worse somehow.
Yeah.
Is that even possible? I don't know.
It is with Jose, 100%.
I think they'd have a little bit of a bounce in the immediate, but then over
wouldn't they with anyone?
The fallout. Maybe not as much with Jose. I think Jose actually would come in and have a big impact on the squad, and it'd be very buoyant for a lot of the fans. But I think over the course of 2 years, or 3 years, things would potentially spiral into an even worse situation.
Yeah, and you're right. Looking at the recent, I know you talked about his trophies, but the Tottenham, Man United, and the form at Roma is the reason behind it. So we'll move straight on from Jose to the next name.
To Fabio Canavaro, who has reportedly been interviewed for the job this week. That's why he's included within this list. He does have some managerial history. He's managed Guangzhou Evergrande, Al Nassr and Tianjin Quanjin out in Asia. So he does have some managerial pedigree, but none in Europe.
No. In China. He's done quite well in China. But how does that mean he'll do a great job at Everton? Like, what?
I think they're looking at a big name here as well. Let's not forget Fabio Canavaro.
What a player. Last defender to win a Ballon d'Or, I think, I think 2006, was it?
Incredible player. But if you're going to get a shirt on and run on, I mean, maybe that's the answer.
I know what you mean. It was a name when you heard linked with it, you were sort of shocked to hear that he was linked with it, but he is linked, which is why he's on there. So, Dave, where would he go in your sort of spectrum on the tier list?
I think it's tough to really judge him. Obviously, he won the Chinese League One, he won the Chinese Super League, he's managed the Chinese national team. But at the same time, it feels like he needs maybe a job in Italy first, like a mid-table Italian team. Let's see what he's got. Obviously, working under Lippi, we know that he's going to have a real defensive setup and a mindset to win football games. But is that what Everton want? I don't think it is. I think they've had that with Rafa Benitez. That went completely wrong. So I don't want to put him in the Jose category. I feel that's harsh.
That's his own category.
That should be like a J, to be fair.
So you're having Canavaro above Jose?
Absolutely. That makes sense, right?
I kind of think so. I think Jose would just bring a lot of toxicity and negativity. But
Cannavaro's a young manager. He doesn't want to be with Jose because he'll get that toxicity in his game. So I have to put him in
maybe
D, then.
above. Just experience-wise. That's quite savage, isn't it? But you know what, Jose.
Savage.
All right.
Poor old Jose.
We've got to move on. Next, this is a manager that Joe and I have sung the praises of all season. We both love him. Graham Potter doing such a good job. Interesting, he's been linked with a lot of jobs. And whenever I hear Graham Potter speak, he always speaks with such high regard for his role at Brighton, not just as coach and manager, but how involved he is in everything, from training ground to recruitment. So where would he fit in, and would he entertain this, do you think?
That's two questions.
Happy, doesn't it, Brighton?
Brighton, the football they're playing is amazing. This season he's playing that kind of box Man City midfield, and this is someone that's got far less resource, and they're a good footballing team. And I think, first and foremost, as a football fan, you want to watch good football.
Yeah. I think he's great. I think what he's done with Brighton is brilliant. For me, Graham Potter is the guy. The problem is, the other question you asked, Smithy, I don't think if you're Graham, why would you leave?
Yeah.
It's too big a risk. You're doing well. I think he feels like he's very well supported at Brighton. Why would you go to Everton where there's so much going on? It's going to be such a big job. I don't think you'd bother taking it on. It's too risky, no?
Yeah, well, you think if he's at Everton, it's going to be a project that's like 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Like what Graham right now in terms of Brighton, you think in the next move is to Chelsea, Man United,
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Take a bigger step, isn't he? Let's do the next name then, and this is a man who Everton reportedly approached and were interested in, but couldn't get him to leave his Belgium national team post. I think the Belgium FA wanted to keep hold of him for the World Cup year. Roberto Martinez. We can be quick with this one, I think.
I absolutely love Martinez. Look, if it was just me, I'd put him in A, because I love Martinez. I love what he's done with Belgium. I love the style of football. But we did chat a little bit about this before, and I kind of, as much as my love for Bobby Martinez is there...
Not forever. Like, what? To me, that would be baffling. When I saw this, why would you bring back a manager where the fans protested him? They wanted him gone. He was sacked.
They were flying banners on planes saying Bobby out.
Why? How could that be an option? How is that your best option to bring him back? That just seems dumb. Really? It just seems bizarre
Nicole
to me.
has strong opinions on this one.
I just think...
Got to agree then.
Great manager. It's not about
but
that.
the FIX you're talking about.
It would be a strange move. Why on earth would you bring him back?
So where do you put him next?
It's almost like you've seen the green grass over there. And then that grass died. And then Martinez is going to come back with some new soil. Going to spend a bit of time developing Everton as a structure. What players do you want to buy and so forth. I think it makes sense, but I do kind of agree.
I'll push you, Dave. Where are you putting him?
I'm going to go C.
Okay.
Mid-table. Personally, if I'm making the call, I'm going Potter or Martinez, or alternatively one other name. We're not going to mention that yet.
Next up, Frank Lampard. Interesting one, this.
No.
Linked with the job, as we know.
Wow.
Where would you put...
No, not that.
Not that low, surely.
I think Frank did a great job with the restrictions of the transfer ban. Ultimately, I think the political game he lost at Chelsea. Is Everton the right club for him right now?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think that would be a right fit at all. Joe, why are you saying...
I actually think Frank Lampard...
Right?
I think he'd do a really good job at Everton. I think he did an underrated job at Chelsea. I think he did
a very good job at Derby as well.
I don't think he's the most novel tactical manager, but I think he's a really good man motivator as well. I think that's partially what that Everton group of players needs. I think they're extremely low on confidence. And I don't think Frank Lampard is going to get many better job openings than an Everton in the league. So I think it would be a really nice fit for Frank Lampard.
He's heavily linked as well. If you look at, we're looking at the odds and what social media is saying, he's one that is right up there in terms of candidates. Did a good job at Derby as well, worth pointing out.
He did
had restrictions at Chelsea.
He did a good job at Derby, but ultimately it didn't really work out at Chelsea. And then you look at what Tuchel has done, and no, I don't know. I don't really buy it.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Where would you place him?
I don't think it's.
He wouldn't be right.
I don't think it works. The club, the environment I mentioned at Chelsea, that seems like the same environment at Chelsea.
Yeah.
So if I was advising Frank, I'd say, Frank, don't take the Everton job.
Don't do it. It wouldn't,
Don't do it. Don't do it, Frank.
I think that's harsh.
Next
No, it wouldn't work out well for him, I don't think.
We're going to have to fly through a few here, I think.
Right, Nuno Espirito Santo.
No.
No.
No, I don't think that would be a right move at all. What, you think so?
Worth pointing out, he's not one of the favourites from the reports we've read.
I think that's probably maybe the Canavaro, Lampard D.
Yeah.
Next, should we leave Big Dunk to the end, because that's going to be a lot of fun. Unai Emery, Arsenal's greatest manager of all time.
Should I just throw that off? Why? No. Is that even a rumour?
Still doing an all right job of Villarreal.
Well,
they're eighth, but
is that
he is a trophy winner.
Are you looking at this from an Arsenal fan's perspective?
Quite possibly, yeah. I mean, look, it actually wasn't absolutely horrendous with Unai Emery, but he's absolutely not going to be the
He is a safe pair of hands, though. He's quite consistent, isn't he? He knows how to structure.
Nicole is not agreeing with you here, but looking at
Villarreal side, I know he didn't necessarily do this at Arsenal, but at Villarreal, which is more of a middling team, he has produced some excellent results, particularly in the cup competition.
Well, yeah, but then it's not been great since he won that. It's not been.
But is it not for Everton about stabilising now? Because they are almost getting dragged into a relegation battle at this stage.
I don't think he's good enough.
I think with strikers he's quite good with the likes of Carlos Bacca, Kevin Gramero. He's got a good record with the Calvert-Lewin, but I kind of agree. It doesn't seem right for him. It doesn't seem right for the club. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer next up, second in the Premier League of Manchester United with that squad. Now that is a big achievement when we look back in time, now, isn't it, Joe?
I mean, it is something. It's certainly something. I like Ole. I like Ole. Do I think he's the right fit for Everton? No. But good bloke.
Great bloke.
Yeah,
great guy, yeah.
Wait, what, are we going to just sit here and be like, oh, Ollie, what a cool dude. what a guy.
See, above Lampard, come on.
We'll stick him in above Lampard.
Come on, we can't.
Ollie's at the wheel.
I think he's not strong enough for what needs to be done at Everton.
This tier list is just capitulating
there's no one in B at all.
We've not got a B category because Big Graham deserves to have a gap between him and the rest.
I love Jose just on his own down there.
You want to do one more name before you get on to
Big Dunk.
So you've got Sean Dyche there.
I'm linked on social media, I'd say, by Everton fans more than in reality.
That's not going to happen.
No, again, Burnley seems like the perfect job. But I put the question out, what do Everton want to be as a footballing side?
Good.
What do the fans want, right? So do they want play out the back, play nice football, in terms of philosophy? Or do they want to be the Atletico Madrid of the Premier League? Because these two managers right here, Sean Dyche could do that, Big Dunk could do that.
It's interesting because they have used a lot of varying managers in terms of style. We've had Big Sam, you've had Carlo Ancelotti, Rafa Benitez, a lot of differing styles they have used.
Squad has been signed under 7 different managers.
Yeah. Sean Dyche obviously done a great job at Burnley.
I just think it could work if they want to go down that line.
But why would you want Sean Dyche right now? No offence, he's done a great job over the years, but Burnley aren't in a good place themselves.
But it's I think it's the unity and the ability to blend something going somewhere. That I just think there's a direction there. There's a clear direction of.
Gonna have to push you on Dyche then.
C or B.
Oh, I mean, we've had no one in B, but I don't think he'd be. I'd almost take Wayne Rooney over Sean Dyche right now. There.
So just in
I'd say C
with him, yeah.
Wow. Right, let's get on to the last name then. Duncan Ferguson, of course, is in caretaker charge. Worth pointing out, the last time he was in caretaker charge, 3 Premier League games, 3-1 win against Chelsea, draws against Man United and Arsenal. Everton fans love Big Dunk, of course, former player.
Dave loves Big Dunk.
Where do you put him on the list in terms of permanent managers, in terms of if he's in the mix to get the job permanently?
He's a brilliant human being. So that for me is like that gives him like 2 or 3 bonus points on top. The style of football
That's what he's got
for me
in C.
is like the Everton kind of way, right? They want to be aggressive, they want to play 4-4-2, they want to get crosses into the box, they want to squeeze. I would definitely put him into B because I feel like if Graham Potter's unattainable, you know, give Dunk the time to develop the side till the end of the season. If it works out, if they do, I believe it will.
So Graham Potter's the man for you. If they can't secure Graham Potter, it's Duncan Ferguson.
Absolutely.
Nicole, thoughts on that?
I think give it to Big Dunk for now, see how he goes, give him until the end of the season, and then get Graham Potter in. And if not, you know what? If Big Dunk does a good job, then keep him. Why not?
Hey.
Give it Big
There
Dunk
we go.
to the
So
end of
there
the
is
season.
confirmation. We can have a look at that of the tier list with regards to Everton managers. They've gone with Graham Potter in A and Duncan Ferguson, caretaker manager, in B. Let us know what you think of their thoughts on
Get
social
slaughtered,
media.
aren't we?
I'm sure you will do. Right.